Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm gonna readjust this camera again because I keep having to readjust it. Yeah. Hey y'all, I'm back for the fourth round. I don't want to harp too much on what happened last round. Essentially, the situation that I described in the deck tech happened, where someone who has infinitely more experience in the game of Magic gave me advice on a deck that I had more specific experience with this specific deck, and it's kind of like in blackjack where like you follow the book, but like you still bust. Like like good players like always follow the book, but like when you know your game very well, like you know I don't know. It's impossible to explain. This is. I have no way of putting it verbally, so I wouldn't expect y'all to. Well, clear mulligan. Um, yeah, I have no way of putting it into words, so I'm just gonna give up. But yeah, I think you guys understand what I mean. Corey's my best friend, but he's been putting a lot more time into the game than I have. But I've put in more time into this deck, and it was weird. Y'all saw what happened. All right, this is a clear keep. Now it is a land, but it does let us cast our whole hand, so I think I'm just gonna top it anyway. Let's F2. All right, I'm gonna open up with this because regardless of how our match goes, how this game goes, we're gonna need to pay 2 life for this regardless. Anyway, I don't think there's a way we can get it up, get by just tap land. Well, all right. So if we turn 1 mountain, turn 2 we tap land Rift Bolt, or we can this is a lot of thought put into just in case he's burned. I'm gonna open up with Sacred Foundry. All right, guide. All right, F8. All right, shove. What are you? Island. Turns out you're playing Magic. Vial. Oh, you're playing Merfolk. No, you're not. Alright. Draw a card that I know is there. I'm going to Boros Charm him. Just cuz. You heard that? P.E.K.K.A. power? It's just cuz. Alright. Shove. Another island. That's probably good. I don't think he needs his mana anymore because he has Vial, so more things to cast Spreading Seas with, I guess. Very cool choice in Island. I do like this art. It is unique. Unique New York. Unique New York. Alright, Lord, jig is up. Draw 1 card. Or Naya, our jig is up. Well, let's hope he blocks. The other option is obviously bolt his Lord and get him for 2. I don't want to do that. It's not a good line. The clear line that I'm going to oh, Spreading Seas. Good. 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 Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. 3 damage and get my guy pumped. Alright, you're at 9. We're gonna suspend this Rift Bolt because we have to. We have to suspend it. This is a trash Magic card. Even hides from our opponent, so he thinks he's at 9 and safe. When in Paper Magic, I would just have a Rift Bolt with a dice on it so he could have something to account for. But instead, this is Moto, so it's just going to fool him into thinking he's okay. Marrow Ridgery. Electing not to cast that Spreading Seas. Vial on 2, so he could have literally anything in his deck. Pretty sure they leave their Vials on 2 because their whole deck, excluding Marrow Ridgery, is a 2. And I guess Curse Catcher and Coy's Trickster are 1s if they're playing those. But it's safe to say he can cast like a high percentage of his deck. just because of Violon 2. Alright, and we're going to try that in the game right here. Pow. Into pow. Good game, you tried, but upstairs. Alright, let's go to the board. Well, Rending Volley was randomly insane in this matchup, so I guess that is something to miss. Power Spell Bump's coming in. Definitely. Helix, I think I'll point it at a creature. I might point this at a creature, I might need to. Is interaction. Riftbolt is getting out of my deck. I'm going to cut it right now. This card is crap. It's the worst card in my deck by far. Not close. Far margin. Well, I think I want some number of paths against him. Because he does have both pressure and disruption. And that is the old combo to deal with me. Destructive Revelry has targets. It's Aether Vial. Sometimes they play Chalice. Sometimes... Oh, he does have Spreading Seas. So it does hit Spreading Seas. Sometimes they bring in... it's a control magic for 3 mana. Threads. Sometimes they bring in Threads. And Destructive Revelry is pretty good against that. However, blind just against Aether Vial and Spreading Seas, I don't think Revelry will do enough. Let's see. Let's see what all we have to bring out. I like cutting a Tarkus Command. I don't think he's going to gain life, and yeah, and it makes combat a little bit better for me to have this in my deck. We're on the draw. He has Aether Vial. This is coming out. Yeah, just Eidolon in matchups where they have Aether Vial is like pretty miserable because you're the only one taking damage off the Eidolon. At least 3 paths. Maybe 3 paths. Alright. So, we're at a point where I think we've cut all the bad cards in our deck. Now we just have to have cards we are willing to deal with in our deck. So I guess our options are Tarkus Command, Eidolon, and Riftbolt. I'm going to pick Destructive Revelry. Yeah, having one to draw to would be nice. I don't want to bring in, especially on the draw, I don't want Eidolon. I'm not sure that that's correct, but I just don't want it. Path is probably fine. 4th path versus 3rd command. 1 mana versus 2 mana. One of them does damage and makes combat better. The other one lets my guys get through. He does have Spreading Seas, so he can cut me off white, but that also means he can cut me off green. Click. Submit. Submit. Please submit. Please submit. Alright, we missed it. We didn't get the sideboard. Didn't keep a close enough eye on the clock. So, we got punished for our rookie mistake. Our hand seems okay, though, so it's as keepable as it's going to be. Yeah, I was just spending too much time focusing, thinking about the card selection. It's like weird when you're talking out loud about like what you want to do. It's for some reason it goes slower than when you're thinking it. Like when you want to like thought process all that stuff out, it takes like a minute. But when you want to talk about each reason out loud, for some reason, it takes me longer to say things than to think things. If you can believe that. Let's see how our curve is going to look against him. Alright, well, we drew 2 lands for the 2 draw steps of the game, so that's pretty piss poor. I don't know. I kind of want to slam Idol. Alright, so part of me wants to put an Eidolon into play. Part of me wants to put Swift Spear and Lava Spike him. Those are realistically our only 2 options. And there actually are only 2 options. One of them gets in for more damage. The haste threat versus dealing damage to ourselves. I'm gonna like start speaking in like loose trains of thought, so I hope y'all can like keep up because I don't want to get punished where I spend too much time talking about something, and it ends up costing me the game. I well, it, I take damage if and my life is actually matters in this matchup. Okay, so I'm going to shock, Swift Spear, Lava Spike, and then next turn leave this up because he doesn't have a lot in play, so it is better to have Eidolon in play against him not having a lot in play. But I don't think he's going to block for more than one reason. He wouldn't block because he needs this to pump his guys. No, I like the line of Swift Spear into Lava Spike because I do have 2 fetch lands in hand, and I think he may Spreading Seas me, so I'm going to have to pay more life for land soon. And with my life already being under pressure, under the fact that he's a fish, not he's a fish, he's playing fish, I'm already going to be under pressure from the fish, so my life is already under duress, so I don't want to jeopardize that even more by having to pay 4 life for that chain of spells I just cast, if I was to cast it next turn. Now let's see what he's doing for this 2 mana. Maybe, yep, Harbinger. Alright. Well, that's pretty good against our non-haste creature. Get in with your Grizzly Bear. No one's going to hate you for that. Let's draw another land. Alright, thank God a spell. I don't think I can attack with Swift Spear this turn. So what we'll do is play Nacatl. If he has Spreading Seas on Sacred Foundry, it's going to be pretty bad for us. But, what are you going to do? You know? Hope you have it, I guess is what a friend of mine would say. Alright. Well, what's happening? Am I dead? Are you dead? Are we dead? World's dead. Magic's dead. Legacy's dead. I don't know. Who else is dead? Bob Ross is dead. Let that soak in for a minute. Bob Ross is dead. I see the news of Bob Ross's passing has stunned our opponent into not knowing what he wants to do this turn. That's fair. I think I mentioned this in an earlier video. I don't really mind when people like play slower against me because I will play a little bit slower as well. Because with Burn, the games are usually done by turn 5, 6. So if you take a minute a turn, it's not as detrimental. If we were playing like Jund or something, taking a minute a turn, it'd be 2095 by the time we're done doing stuff. By stuff, I mean playing Magic. Sorry, I was thinking about my turn, and I just kept trying to finish the thought I was having. What do you guys think of Boros Charm and then play Eidolon? I know it's like super weak to makes Spreading Seas super weak to Spreading Seas. What we can do about it though is nothing. The other option, we could we could play Eidolon and bolt him, or bolt him first down to 7, then play an Eidolon. And then if he plays any spell, he'll take 1,000,000, but I'll be at 10, and he's attacking for 3, 6, 10. Alright, that seems convenient. And if he has 1 Spreading Seas, I'm dead. So, I don't think I can cast a spell on this turn. Alright, if I cast Eidolon and I go to 10, and he casts Spreading Seas and goes to 6, then I can Boros Charm him and he can laugh while he kills me. Okay, that won't do what I want it to do. So I have to pass turn. Alright, so if we pass turn here, we play around Spreading Seas. Or that's what we're trying to play around. But if we just jam... Alright. I hope I don't get punished, but I believe my line is play this Eidolon and bolt him at the end step. Let's hope that's it. We are on the Eternal Quest to find the perfect play, and if this turns out to be another frog, then you know, we're just, that's par for the course when looking for the prince, I guess. I don't really know what metaphor I'm using anymore. Excuse me. The thought rolling through my head is bolting Marrow Ridgery and attacking. I believe that only gets 2 damage accomplished, and it squanders our Lightning Bolt by 1 damage. So, well, it was a nice thought to have, but I think I'm going to pass. I also have 4 Searing Blaze left in my deck, so fetching this Wooded Foothill would be pretty poor. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons I don't like the line to Boros Charming. We drew another island. Or he had another island. Maybe he drew a spell. Maybe it was specifically Spreading Seas. Maybe he boarded it out. Maybe it's Maybelline. Alright. 4, huh? Alright, let's see. If we block, he casts a spell, goes to 8, and then I have 7 points. Well, that's not 8. Or I take 4, go to 6, I cast a spell, go to 2. That's not good enough. But, what if I block with Swift Spear and... No, if I bolt the guy, it's still a 2-3. Or it's still a 3-3. And I take 4 damage that way. Oh, I'm on the block with 1 Eidolon and draw something miraculous plan. Yep. Could have been wrong. But, we're going to bolt you. I'm going to go to 8, you go to 7. And we're going to untap and draw another 3. What do you have, Cryptic? There's no way Merfolk has Cryptic. Or you might have Remand. Maybe Spell Pierce. I didn't play around Spell Pierce. Maybe that was bad of me. Oh, guess not. Alright, we can draw another land. I actually had a conversation earlier this morning about someone who told me they wanted to play 20 lands in this deck. There's no, like, nice... Like, I do my best to be nice no matter what I do. And I was just like, there's got to be a nice way to tell him there's no freaking way you go to 20 lands in this deck. There's just no earthly, by any stretch of any god's imagination, go to 20 lands in this deck. You must be a fool if you think that's true. I believe hitting him for 2 and 4 would be... We peg him down to 6 and then he untaps. Well, he has to throw a guy away. So he would throw both his guys away and then we would hit him to 6. Boris down to 2. And he untaps and hits 3. Okay, yep, I like it. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Pushing, shoving. Have y'all heard that song? It was on the NFL in like 2005. He's got this. He's got us in the abyss if we just do nothing this turn. because we drew another magnificent land. If we Boros Charm him now, we go to 6, and he takes 6 damage instead of 5. I don't think there's a difference between 2 and 1 for him. However, we are trading boards, and I have burn spells in my deck. Alright, well, let's bluff like we actually drew something, and not trash, and hold this land in our hand. Harbinger to bounce my thingy. Four damage to you. Just in case he has counter spells. Possible I should have saved that for the end of his turn. Maybe now he's less likely to make an attack. But I think it's important to not play into counter magic. Well, let's see if we can beat counterspell regardless. If I end of turn Boros Charm and he no. Oh, well, he's casting something. He can pump these guys to 6. Does he have 2 lords? That's 1 lord. You have another lord for 1 mana? Is there a 1 mana Merfolk lord? Did I miss a reprint? Did I miss a new print? No? Alright. Send me to 5. Take it. Blue Thunderous Wrath me. No? Don't do anything to me. Draw a spell, please, please. Just draw a spell. Dang it! I hate this game. Play tight, you did it great. Poker, whatever the crap goddamn your awful name is, doesn't make any goddamn sense. Sorry, I don't mean to curse, I don't mean to curse. I'm trying to get better about managing that kind of thing. I'm going to actually sideboard for this one. We were lucky he didn't have Aether Vial there. Board all these awful copies of that awful card out of my deck. Well, like this. Let's ship. Yes, I would like to play first. Alright, so the obvious missing thing in this hand is green source. However, I believe the hand is good enough as a 6-card hand to keep. Gonna open up a Sacred Foundry. A few standards ago, there was when RTR standard actually, when shocks were in standard, a lot of people were playing their basics early and shocking relatively with their shock lands a little later. If you shock earlier, your opponent doesn't know when you drew that shock. Because when you shock late in the game, it's very obvious when you drew your shocks. Now that's not a thing for our deck because we'll just play every land we have. We'll never sandbag a land, and they'll always know when we drew a land because we'll play a land. Because there's no way we kept more than 2 or 3 lands ever. But in general, you always want to be technically correct, and I believe it is technically correct to open up with shock. He kept a 1-lander? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, do you want to unsummon one of our haste guys? He said yes. I think he said yes. He's thinking about it. No, he just wants to draw a card. Alright, so if we bolt that, then it kills our guide. But if we upstairs attack, we trade there, we hit him for 4 plus 3. We hit him for... What happens if we lava spike him and hold bolt up to go upstairs? So that send him to 11. That would send him to 11 minus 3, 8 plus 3 plus 3. So it's 2. I'm gonna lava spike and cast Grim Lavamancer. I'm gonna lose my Goblin Guide in this deal. Maybe I don't even attack with the Goblin Guide then. If I just attack with those two, he chumps one, and then nope, I need the damage. Alright. Here. Here. Yep, these guys. Hopefully he doesn't block and we can just kill him. Leaving the white up, obviously, to represent Path, or Smite, or Condemn. Swords to Plowshares. Whatever you want. Curse Couture. Alright. I wouldn't have figured. Alright, and I think we leave this bolt in our hand and we're going to cast this Lavamancer. And he's going to try to my belief, this line is better for playing around Harbinger because, well, I'm going to 2 him, then 3 him, then 2 him. And that's going to add up to 7. And I hope that's all I have to explain. Tidebinder Mage. That's aggressive. Alright. This is also aggressive. Well, let's lava spike him. I believe he is now priced into blocking with both his guys. You can't block neither of them. You have to block at least one. He's dead. He blocked poorly. We kill Curse Catcher here, and then we bolt him for lethal. Yep. Oh no, you got my Swift Spear. Bolt you. Well played. And that's all she wrote. As you can see, deck is so great. We can even not sideboard for game 2. Still make it close. And just trounce him for game 3. I'll be back for the 5th and final match of this league soon. And I still don't have a good sign-off line.